So I look at my portfolio and I think, what the hell is going on? It seems like every single time that I'm buying into the market, we dump. I enter the market, we dump. I don't enter, we pump. I try and chase the pump, we dump again. And it can get quite sickening. Now guys, in today's video, I want to take you through a few things that I look at to maintain my conviction in my investments, and hopefully it should help you guys maintain conviction in yours as well. All right, now first of all guys, I want to say we've got a great community in here at the moment, and a lot of the guys and girls in here, we help each other out in times where the market is looking a little bit fearful, but we've planned ahead of time, and we can always go back into different sections of the community tabs to say, right, this is what we were expecting, this is what happened. Now, on the 30th of May, I said to all the guys in there, look, ETH ETF is probably going to be followed by a 20% correction. Look at the Bitcoin ETF, look at the ETH ETF, look what came after, look what potentially can come after. This was before the ETF went live. We scroll down to around the 17th of July, and I put this post here because I thought, you know what, if something bad does happen, we need to remember what we were anticipating. Now I said prepare for one last dump. The ETH ETF is coming next week. I'm going to anticipate a high of 3.7k, but a potential resistance and then a wash to low 3k. And we actually did have a 20% correction level at 2.81k, which is, I think it's lower than that now. We'll check coin market cap in a second, guys. But we were anticipating after this ETF announcement that we were going to find resistance here, right? We had this sloping resistance that we'd been under. We hadn't broke above it. We hadn't had any reason to say, right, all of our altcoins are going to start to rally above this level. But we did have reason to anticipate a correction downwards. And it came. If we open up the trading view live and direct, look where we are now for the 20% correction, guys. We hit it spot on. We entered a hedge trade short to get 100% return from the point of the ETF, guys. Okay, we prepared for this, and now we're preparing to be chopping around all the way until October, maybe late October, as I've said to you guys on the channel many times again. But in these big red fear dumps, when all of our altcoins are getting absolutely smashed because ETH is getting absolutely smashed, it can be hard to remember, right, we were anticipating this. And yeah, maybe some alts have been hit way more than 20%. A lot of them have been hit like 30, 40, 50, 60% from this recent high in ETH. And it can be super hard to be topping up in these zones. But what we need to do is figure out what is a good buy level to be accumulating our altcoins, guys. People don't want to accumulate when it is time to accumulate. And that's why it can be so hard for people to make money in the market. Now we check out Bitcoin, and the new news has been recession this, recession that. We're going back to lows. Everything's finished. There's going to be no money printer printing, when in my opinion it will be. One of the members, shout out Ollie, actually did make a good point earlier. It seems like governments, they like to create a problem and then sell you guys a solution, and all of a sudden, oh, the government's great, right? I'm not going to get too much into conspiracies, but it does happen time after time. Now, this was our previous panic level when we were in fear. Okay, we've actually entered in fear today, so you probably can make this a little bit higher. But in this area here, the sentiment was super bearish. Everyone was saying, right, we're going back to 38k, 30k, 40k, and crypto is over, no alt season, blah blah blah. Then had this rally back to the highs, and people said, oh my god, we're so back, we're so back, we're so back. And that's something to just bear in mind when you're looking at influencers online. I don't personally follow any influencers, guys, okay? I do my own research. Maybe there are some, you know, technical analysts that I do like to look at, but when it comes to big YouTube names, I don't put too much weight into them, guys. And again, you don't have to put too much weight into what I say, but I do my own research because a lot of these influencers, they just follow the hype. When it is bearish, people are going to start flipping bearish, and they're going to say, oh my god, we're going back to new lows, we're going to break this channel. We haven't even lost key structure yet, and that's what I've been saying to the members club as well, guys. So something that I'm looking out at is this box here, which is going to be a new panic zone. We're already in fear. Probably around here is going to be extreme fear. I am looking at a bear trap level at 48.5k. Now, that is not me flipping bearish and saying we have to get it. I actually do think that's going to be hopium. But until we lose this structure, I'm not really I'm not really flipping bearish, guys. And I can reanalyze if we do lose this on the macro. So if we lose it on the daily and the weekly, then we can start to say, oh my God, is this a bear trap anymore? Are we going to start to go lower? But right now, even though the alts are getting smashed, even though Bitcoin's on like a 10% correction, I'm still macro bullish for Bitcoin because nothing has broken down for me to change my thesis. But right now, we're in new panic. Everyone's going to say bull run's over. Everyone's going to say altcoins are over. I'm already getting it in the comment section, right? And that's all great, but how the hell do we make the most out of the dip? I mean, number one, the main thing that I'm doing is topping up on the strongest performing coins of this cycle that are at a major discount. And we go to CoinMarketCap, and look, this says neutral. It's not neutral, guys. We're in fear. But we're at 57k, okay? We've broke 60k today, looking disgusting. Ethereum's at nearly 2.6k, looking disgusting. But then we scroll down and it's like, what are the top coins that could give us, you know, maybe a 5x return from here? I'm looking at Solana, okay? I'm looking at Chainlink. I'm looking at ICP. If you want to get degen, you can look at things like Pepe, right? But really what I'm trying to do is top up on the top coins that have been the strongest performers, even things like Render. I made a video on Render a few weeks ago, guys, and we had some buy levels. Have we hit them? And the answer is yes, we have. Literally up here, guys, when we were at $7, I said we're going to be aiming for a sub $5 Render. And when it comes, people are going to call it a shitcoin, blah, 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 blah. But what we're going to do is we're going to top up on it. And I told the members club the other day, right, we've hit $4.91 for Render. I'm buying some more. And yeah, we've dipped below it, so we can go and reevaluate what the next lowest price is going to be. I'm not going to do that in today's video. I'll do it in another Render video, so make sure you guys are subscribed for whatever coin you want me to cover. You can let me know in the comments. But we hit these prices and we need to take action. I mean, ICP, another one on that list, guys, was $7.87. Set your buy orders. Did you buy at $7.87? This thing could still reverse and be a higher low being printed, guys. But we have to make sure that we plan ahead of time, because when this $7.87 comes, I didn't really think twice about, oh my God, is it going to go lower? It did go lower, but this didn't prevent me from waiting and waiting and waiting and saying $6, $5, $4, $3.84 again at our very, very first buy on the channel, right? We're going to be buying when we do hit our breakdown targets, when we do hit key levels. And another thing to note is look at the 100-day EMA for most coins on CoinMarketCap. A lot of these charts, guys, they haven't even hit the 50-day MA. Some of these are at the 100-day MA as well. And when they are at these lows, you want to be buying. I mean, you look at Solana, we've got a little bit more way to come down. But if it does hit the 50 MA at $105, I will be buying more, okay? 100-day MA is at $63. I think that's super bearish. I don't think we're going to get that. But if we do, that will be a key point that I do buy more. But look, we're retesting the previous breakout of this macro cup that we've been building for 2 years. Okay, so even though up here we're at $200 and now it's down, you know, nearly 50%, there are so many indicators to say, right, we're above key moving averages, we're above key levels of breakouts. It is not a time to get bearish, even though that candle looks absolutely disgusting. And with that being said, I mean, personally, I wouldn't be playing the small caps too much right now, guys, because you can play those later. I mean, the gains are going to come into the big caps, into ETH, into Solana, into ICP, into Chainlink. Those are going to be the first movers, okay? That's just the way the market works. Maybe you can start to take some profits later on in the cycle when we've said, right, do you know what? We are back. We are bullish again. We can flip those back into the low caps, guys. And then lastly, you got to stick to the plan as well, guys. Know how much you've got to invest. Don't go all in at once. Make sure you are allocating your funds accordingly. And I know this can be easier said than done. People FOMO into the market when it is green because they think, oh my God, this is it. The bottom's in. We're never going to get any dips. This is my last chance to be getting a lows. And that is how the market makers do screw you over, guys, because they know when you've over allocated yourself, when you've put too much into the market, then these lows comes and you can't afford to buy the dip as much as you wish you could, and end up selling your investments to get more capital. By that time, the market's probably bottomed out and then you end up buying more. And that is how a lot of people don't make it in crypto. But remember, I mean, look at the monthly returns. If you've been here with me on this channel for how Lord knows how long, guys, you will know that we said August and September are probably gonna be bearish months. August has started off as a bearish month, 10% down. Now is not the time to be getting out of the market panicking, because if you do, I mean, look, historically, you go back through August and some of these Augusts and Septembers have been the worst times for Bitcoin. But then following up have been some of the best times, guys. You don't want to be missing out on all of these green months that do usually come in Q4 and Q1 post-halving year. Right now, 6 months of consolidating near the previous all-time high. The longer the consolidation, usually the bigger the expansions. And then we look back, I mean, historically, we've had a fake out being the best buying opportunity, then a retest of that 200 daily EMA. People say, oh my god, maybe it is over, and then boom, the market does start to rally after that. Now, only time's going to tell, guys. We're going to have to wait to find out if that was the best buying opportunity. But if history is anything to base your investment decisions on, guys, then yes, it was, and now is another amazing buying opportunity. Seeing the altcoins down sucks, okay? I get it. I know that it sucks. I'm here with you. I probably have more altcoins than I do in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And you guys know ICP is one of the biggest ones. We must remember what we have planned out for in crypto, why we are in crypto. And we need to keep our eyes on the prize. Have we broken any key structure yet? Is there anything that makes us think, you know what, maybe it is all over for Bitcoin? When that does happen, then we can reevaluate. But for now, we hold strong. We look for our next cycle lows. We look for our next buying opportunities, and we go from there. But look, guys, if you made it this far, please be sure to support the channel by smashing that like button. Go and drop me a comment to let me know how you're feeling. And if you want to be part of the family and you're not already, go and drop me a sub. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, guys.